Some weekend picks. Summer TV season's coming to an end. It's usually not the biggest TV season anyway. There's nothing I really want, especially to alert anyone to coming up. But a couple things to catch up on that we haven't mentioned. One is Larry David's Clear History on HBO. I think it has already aired for its first time, but if you look on your DVR, you can find another airing. In fact, we are considering making it our full movie review for next week. I don't know if we've pulled the trigger officially on that, but it just might be that one.
Yeah, it's a leading candidate. It's got a lot of A-list stars, dare I say. It's got John Hamm,
Kate
or just
Hudson,
Kay
Eva
Hudson. Yeah.
Mendes, Bill Hader, Michael Keaton, Danny McBride.
Woo!
And if you like Larry David, you'll probably find something to enjoy here.
Yep, yep. Agreed. That's a good one.
The other one is Low Winter Sun, premiered after Breaking Bad, and
Okay.
I didn't watch it. The reviews seem to be I don't know, fair to middling, I guess. But the other thing I keep hearing about it is that it sort of represents this a solidification of AMC's new non-commitment to creative showrunners. It started off with a bang with Mad Men, and then Breaking Bad gave them tons of creative freedom, and then it's just successively dialed it down until they just want someone that they can give instructions to and not have to worry about the
Yeah.
artiste fighting them back, which is not a very high praise for Low Winter Sun. I may or may not end up watching it, but that's what I hear about it.
Now you have me wanting to talk about the politics there. Like, what happened? You'd think that if the magic is somehow easily bottled up via Breaking Bad and Mad Men, you'd want to continue that formula. I know it's easier said than done, but I know Hell on Wheels, maybe you're going to get to that one, but that's a show that I have a soft spot for because it's kind of a Western, but with high production value. But it has its issues in terms of, actual artistic merit and story-driven plot points that are kind of crap. And anyway, so what happened
Yeah,
to
well,
AMC?
Well, I mean, this is the weekend pick segment, but if you want a brief a brief version of the politics, I mean, you just have to look at, for example, Mad Men. They had that huge contract dispute where he missed a season because they couldn't agree to terms with Matt Weiner. Um, Walking Dead, the biggest cable TV success ever. Um, it gets more ratings than anything else, and they just keep firing the showrunner every year. It's going to have its fourth showrunner, I think, for its fourth season coming up.
Whew.
They clash with these people who want to spend more money and do things their way. Um, and Breaking Bad, even they had some issues with the last seasons. We've got this weird first half of season 5, second half of season 5.
Right.
They're only 8 episodes each. They've just had this history of clashing with their showrunners, and they're getting more people like The Killing or Low Winter Sun, where their showrunners aren't going to clash back.
Huh. That's I guess something to be discussed for another day, but it's too bad. It seems like they had a good short run there, maybe. Hopefully it'll come back.
Yeah, but supposedly all the showrunners are trying to get to FX these days.
Ah, I see.
Anyway, more than you care about on weekend picks, probably. What do you have movies-wise for us?
Jobs, the Steve Jobs movie, the
Oh
first one
yeah.
anyway, um, is set to release this weekend. Now, this is a tough one because it did not get much praise at Sundance, and the tech industry, the tech pundits are not happy with it because it portrays things
Oh,
not as accurately as it should, and it's kind of um,
well, it's like a 2 hour or something movie for this huge career.
yeah. I guess there's another major Steve Jobs movie in the making, which has a lot bigger. Um, Bigger and badder writers with a lot bigger budget. But this one has Ashton Kutcher playing Steve Jobs, which is intriguing.
Josh Gad?
Josh Gad as Steve Wozniak. Yeah, yeah. I'm intrigued. Like I know I'm going to see it eventually. I just don't know if I'm going to if it's an opening weekend pick. But it is coming out and it is on the radar. The other one, well, there's a few, but the next one, which I may end up seeing because of the rom-com wife factor, is Austin Land. Have you heard much about this with Kerry Russell?
I've seen previews for it at movies.
Yeah, so she's a bachelorette that doesn't have enough money in life, that's a weird way of setting it up. But anyway, there's basically a theme park based on Jane Austen novels, which is where
Yeah.
bachelorettes go to hang out and fulfill their dreams and find eligible men, theoretically. Um, so Kerry Russell's character saves up a bunch of money and wants to go do that. But hijinks ensue because she doesn't have enough money to enjoy it like other people, and it's not the dream she thought it was. Um,
But she gets hooked up with her own guy who's Brett from Flight of the Concords, right?
Yeah, Britt McKinsey. Britt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Brit.
that's another reason to Britt. That's another reason to see it. And we're fans of Jane Austen in this household.
All right.
Some by choice, some by. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a fan. I like it. Yeah. So I may end up seeing that. And another, just mentioned briefly, a big movie coming out is Kick-Ass 2. Now I saw the original Kick-Ass. Kind of the offbeat superhero movie that's trying to be self-aware in some ways,
Uh-huh.
extremely violent and over the top, but on purpose, so it's okay, whatever that means.
Oh, was that its thing? I thought its main thing that I recall, I didn't see it though, was kids. Aren't kids in it?
Well,
As
that's right. Yeah, that's part of the over the top, but it's okay because it's on purpose. Maybe
oh,
that's a weird way
interesting.
of
Okay.
characterizing it. It has a little bit of controversy around it, which kind of makes me more interested in seeing it. Jim Carrey has a pretty strong role in it, but then he came out against the movie right before it was ready to, normally an actor goes out and promotes it, and he did the opposite and said, based on the gun situation in this country, I can no longer blah, blah, blah. We don't need to get into it, but any sort of controversy like that, and I'm like, oh, no, I want to see the movie more than not for some random reason. So Kick-Ass 2, and it's actually getting really good reviews so far. Well, better than I would have expected, but uh, we'll see. So that's about it for movies.
All right, there's your weekend picks. It's TV, it's movies, it's practically culture. Go forth and watch.